Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the south-afrifur Pawdcast. Joining us today, we've got Dan Leo,
Hola.
Scratch,
What up?
Raven,
Hi.
and an unknown guest named Todd.
Ooh.
Todd.
Hi, Todd, I suppose.
I don't know. Fuck it.
What secrets do you hide, Todd?
Todd. Yes, toddler. It's a baby somewhere in the room. I don't know where he
Todd
is.
the Toad.
Oh, God. All right, welcome to Baby Making Day.
God. Is that why so many people's birthdays are in November?
It is. That's why November is the #1 month for giving birth.
Yep, figured as much.
Actually, she's right.
Yeah,
I will actually
Valentine's
explain this
Day.
just now if you really want.
Valentine's Day is the day for the conception of illegitimate children.
Valentine's Day is the day for stooping, among other things.
Stop everything.
Stop everything.
Stop everything.
And if you haven't found a stop yet, there are many, many men out there.
Oh, yeah.
And women.
Or ladies for those
And
ladies who like
men
it.
definitely. Men definitely.
Yes, there's many.
I'm gonna put this out there. Men are bigger sluts than women are.
Duh.
Yeah, except they don't get labeled sluts like we do. Well, some do, but most don't.
But you have to be like a serious man whore.
Yeah.
Serious.
Like
Man whore.
Yeah. Like legitimate business man whore.
I wonder if anybody's actually asked. What's his name? Cheetah. Is it Cheetah the cheetah?
Chester Cheetah.
Chester the cheetah. I wonder if anybody actually asked him out on a date yet.
Yeah, that whole debacle. Ugh.
Any case,
Do you
so
think
like I
somebody's
said,
going to ask Tony Tiger?
They did, and they blocked him. He blocked them. That's why this whole thing started. Yeah, because furries apparently can't keep it off the internet.
Nah. We're born on the internet. In November.
Yeah, in November.
in February. No,
Yeah.
but November is actually quite a big
Birthday month?
Yeah, it is.
It is indeed.
August, November, round about there.
Yeah. Which all makes sense if you think about it biologically.
Yeah, because I mean December, especially in America, it's really, really cold. For us, it's the other way around. As soon as we hit June, July, then all of our kids are born in December, March, April.
Yeah, because you guys are in the middle of winter, they're also heading into spring.
Yep. Spring has sprung and...
Spring has sprung and things are done.
What here? Are you saying it's spring here now? No, fuck that, dude.
No, in June, July, you're heading towards like August period. That's when it's spring in South Africa, which is when people start conceiving stuff. Best laid plans of men.
Yeah, you said laid.
Yeah, I did.
But in any case, welcome to, as many people might call it, Anti-Valentine's Day, Singles Awareness Day. Scratch doesn't have to worry about that term anymore.
Yeah, well, it's still commercial as all shit.
You still do it.
Only
Did you do something? Did you do something for
only
that?
because it was my partner's first actual Valentine's Day with someone. So I
Which
did
is
it.
adorable.
I did it for the sake of sentimentality.
Yeah, you see, I mean, even on our first Valentine's Day, my first Valentine's Day, I did nothing. I spent the entire day complaining about the fact that it was Valentine's Day.
My first Valentine's Day, my boyfriend forgot, so his brother bought me a present.
Yeah.
I had a very sad childhood.
Your first Valentine's Day, you broke up?
Yes.
Ugh.
Okay, he wins.
Yeah. It's GG. Oh, by the way, today's episode is sponsored by the awesome beer I'm drinking.
And my ribs.
And the only people who can drink it at this point are apparently in fucking Cape Town.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because Woodstock Brewery is awesome and local.
Stupid Cape Townians.
Actually, dude, if you want, they send all South Africans listening. There's a service called the League of Beers, where you every month they send you a box, either like 6 or 12 or 24, of randomly selected local craft beers. Just saying. And they do ship across the country. So,
And that would cost?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's somewhere like 150 or 200 rand for the 6-pack, and then it progressively gets less.
Huh.
It's not a horrible deal. At least I could say that much.
No, really.
I think Raven's right. I also heard the League of Beards.
See,
Yeah,
I'm not the only one.
Yeah, well, I've joined both.
Ah, neat. I wish I could join the League of Beards.
Well, what you can do is you can hook up with a guy who is obviously gay and doesn't ever want to tell his parents, and just go along as his beard.
Yep.
I could do that. You're right.
Excuse me while I go sniff up a storm. I'm going to be right back.
Okay.
Ew.
I found them.
Everyone keeps hearing beards. Am I that unintelligible?
No,
Yes.
I think yes.
Okay. I'll
We
just
hear what
speak
we
in
wanna
half
hear, okay?
sentences for the rest of the day.
Okay.
Make you guys work for it.
Alright.
Nah.
Yes, welcome to the sounds of my house as well. If anybody's ever heard them before. Don't ever think that anybody's heard the flushing of a toilet in the background.
Dude, well, we've heard trains. Many trains.
Trains, that's not me.
No,
No,
not
it was-
you. Like, yeah.
Huh?
Uncle used to have trains at his place.
Yeah, I was
I have a
unproved.
question.
Yeah.
And then JM
Yeah.
had policeman in his house, yeah.
Mhm.
And a telephone.
And a telephone, yeah.
Mhm.
What's the refresh button on a computer? Just asking, casually in conversation.
Or circular arrow.
All right, I knew that. Oh my god, I'm stupid.
I don't have that button.
That or Alt F5.
Not all.
Oh, F5. That's the one I was looking for.
F, no. Don't really have to put in Alt, but yeah, F5 works.
Yeah, if you're in the browser, it's F5. If you're not in the browser, it's just Alt F5 for refresh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
IT
Well-
podcast.
Okay. Wow.
What the fuck was that?
That was an Asbjorn.
Okay.
I swear that sounded like an Asbjorn cough.
Will it come part? Yep, that's Esper.
Ha! The Bjorn will join us for a
Will
couple
he?
of seconds. Huh.
Maybe.
Wait.
I burped.
Yeah, that.
Any case.
Oh. I have a
What?
Valentine's question.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, go for it.
Do dudes buy each other broses?
That legitimately made me laugh.
That was well.
There are so many things like that. Fucking
The
I heard
face on
daffodils
is
as well.
real.
dudes.
Daffodils and broses. Those were my two favorite. I was like, yes.
Daffodils.
Uh,
Well, if you buy me a bouquet of flowers, just make sure the knocks are green and the fleshes are blue and yellow.
That's a Doge bouquet of flowers.
No, actually,
Mine needs to be
that's
pizza.
that's apparently an archery joke.
Yes.
Apparently, his
Ah.
version of group therapy is also getting a large amount of X's.
Aww.
Ha ha! X's! Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! God damn it.
stop it.
He lost his mind.
Yeah.
Definitely made me cough now. Oh wow.
Yeah, fucking get for you.
Mhm.
That's what you get for doing things like that.
Poseidon, god of the Broshin.
That's terrible.
I know, there's so many of them.
I know.
Playing with the cat.
Ah.
Oh. Apparently there's a I don't know if it's been launched or if it's like sort of in development or something, but there is like a version of Grindr that is like specifically just made for bros, like guys who want a bromance or a bro job or that kind of shit.
I think it's called Timber.
Could be. I don't
Simple.
know.
Does it have a large amount of people who are not gay but wear plaid anyway?
And have too much beard and like to go out and chop trees.
No.
No. Look, they've never done a single bit of actual work in their lives with their hands. They just look like big burly men.
Oh, you mean lumbersexuals?
They like to pretend. Yeah, lumbersexuals.
Lumbersexual.
Yeah.
That's the one. Just imagine. You got Tinder, you got Grindr, you got Scruff, and now you've got Lumber.
Well, yeah. The one I'm thinking of is more for guys who open every pickup line with "I'm not gay, but."
Yeah.
That's it. That's a good one.
I am a lumberjack and I am gay. I am a lumberjack and it's okay.
Something
Anyway.
like that, yeah.
That's like my favorite song ever.
Got Woodbro, apparently. Yeah, thank you, Kane, for that one. So, any case, guys, if you guys have any dedications that you'd like to make, Raven Song, I know that you can dedicate your undying love to Tom Hiddleston again.
Oh, if only Tom. One day.
You know where mine goes this week? Of this weekend day thing. You know where mine goes?
To Deadpool.
To fucking Deadpool. That was such a good movie.
To fucking Deadpool.
Like, 2 thumbs up. Like, seriously, it's good. Well worth it if you're in the right state of mind.
If
you have to be in the right state of mind.
Well, you just don't be like, I don't know, don't be religiously Catholic or something. Just,
Darn it.
just, yeah, you know, it's not a fun family romp for everybody. You can't take grandma in the theater unless, like, she's Betty White. But, yeah.
Did you guys hear the arguments that a bunch of people in America had? They said Hollywood or the directors of Deadpool should release a second version that is safe for children under the age of 13.
But
isn't it PG-13 already?
No,
it's 16.
It's R.
It's R in some countries.
No, dude, I saw full on everything.
Well, like Australia, England, and Canada.
You mean the nanny states?
Pretty much. And yet all of us really want to go to Canada because it's nice and cold there. It's snuggle weather all the time. I would love it.
I know.
Nope, it's been rated R here in the England. Well done, the England.
Oh yeah, Glitch says it's 16 here, 16 in language and violence. There was nudity in it as well. There was like a straight on like everything.
Okay. Scratch.
Wait. Do I get to see what's his naming?
You get to see that briefly, but you do get to see what's his name with no what's his names on.
I like this.
Yeah.
That reaction, though.
So wow. So any case, obviously, Deadpool's a thing. Hello to, and I'm going to say this again. Is it Fluglen Wolf? I think that could be better.
Yes.
Fluglen Wolf. Flugen. But there's an L in between there.
Silent L.
No, it should be a silent N. But then again, I mean, if it's just Flugel, then...
What's a flugel?
It means wings?
Fly or something.
Flugel.
I'm Flugel. I'm Flugelin high.
It's a drink. It's a party drink even.
Are you defying gravity?
Ooh.
What am I missing?
No. Moving on swiftly.
Yeah. Yeah, we have had some clarity there.
Can we? Yeah. I was slapped upside the head.
Ah, that's a fluglen. Is wings.
Flugeln.
I don't know. Maybe,
Flugeln.
I'm wondering if it's Flugalen.
No, I don't. Whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So obviously, I'm making sex noises when I'm apparently. Oh wait! You haven't done it. Have you shared your newest Yoda joke yet?
Oh God.
No, you haven't.
No, I haven't.
You haven't. You must.
Wait, let me finish my cheese.
No, not allowed to do it with the cheese.
Do it with the cheese.
Take a sip of water.
Oh, what is it? What is it, Yoda?
Raven, I have a joke for you.
Mm-hmm.
What is Han Solo's favorite dessert?
I have no idea.
It's a chubaklava.
Oh,
God damn
now
it.
I want baklava.
I've never had it. I don't know what it is.
Have you never had baklava? It's really good.
Scratch, we actually used to sell baklava at Ocean Basket.
Yeah, I know. I keep hearing these things, but I don't know what it is, like, or what it does.
You don't look. I mean, it's literally just sticky and slightly crunchy, and it's pretty much like a bow tie, just better.
It's like filo pastry with
Ah.
syrup and nuts on the roasted nuts on the inside.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Really good.
Mm.
And
So
you can
there's-
have chocolate in it as well, because I've had a chocolate baklava, which is really nice.
For those of you who are spending your evenings alone tonight, we do in fact also have other things we can talk about in respect to the whole Valentine's thing. Raven, I think you've got a Valentine's story, if I'm not mistaken. A wonderful
Yeah, a big, long, wonderful how Valentine's and why it's actually furry.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go for it.
Okay. All right. So Valentine's Day started off the actual Valentine's Day in around about the 15th century. But prior to that, it was actually part of Roman traditions. And before Rome became Rome, it was a celebration called Lupercalia, lupus being wolf in Roman. And it was celebrated in Februa, which is the time of the year, which is now February. And the festival happened over the 13th to the 15th of February. And it was the celebration of averting spirits, getting rid of bad spirits, purifying the city, releasing health, and finally lots of fertility. And what people would do during that time is people would run around wearing goat skins and goat's heads. And then the main person in the town would wear a wolf skin and wolf head to sort of symbolize they were in charge. And they would say, right, you and you hook up, you and you hook up, and you and you hook up.
oh.
And that's
Nothing says romance like a guy with a wolf on his head saying, "You guys check up now. I'm watching."
well,
Was
that's
he
exactly where
carrying
it
a bow and
started.
arrow at any given point?
I highly
Like if
doubt
No.
they said no, would he shoot them with it?
No, I'll get to where Cupid comes in just now. So all of that happened up until Romulus and Remus came about, and they started Rome. So if anybody knows the story of Romulus and Remus, they were two twins that were brothers, and they were abandoned, and they were nursed by a she-wolf called Lupa. And the new Rome, they decided they needed to adopt this old, tradition round about springtime, and they started celebrating Lupa. During this time. And again, they would sacrifice dogs and goats and stupid things because they're retarded at that point. But it was all about, let's see how many people we can get pregnant in 1 month. That's what they really were trying to do.
So,
Because
can I just quickly sort of interject here?
yeah.
Did the people who celebrate Lupa, when you were offered, say, a female at any given point, did the female have to give you a lupin?
A what?
It's a flower called a lupin.
I don't know. Possibly. I know that if a man chose you as a woman, you had to rub flowers on your body to make yourself more
Okay, so it
presentable
was-
and more smelly and nice. Because nobody
And
baths.
then obviously like the sacrificing of animals and things like that is pretty much what exactly happened in Fatal Attraction, right?
Yes, there we go. There we go.
Huh.
Pop culture reference.
Yeah, and actually, like the whole Lupin thing, that was actually meant to be a joke, and I think one person actually got it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a flower like that. Why do I look like a fucking horticulturalist?
See, I love the way that he does that. So, moving on swiftly. When Rome became Catholicized, is the word I'm looking for, right? Catholicized?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fell under the teachings of Cathol.
Exactly.
It's or it just got circumcised by a whole bunch of Catholics.
Oh god.
I thought the only people that did circumcision was the Jews.
Well,
And the
apparently,
Americans.
yeah. Well, now for some dumb quasi-medical reason.
Oh, okay.
There is
Good to know.
The only reason why they do that is because my father has it.
Your father has it?
No, it's the reason behind it. Like the way people just started doing it, and then it just
And
kept
yes,
on
and they
being
just
done.
started doing it.
Dads were like, yeah, they did it to me. Like, might as well just continue the
Do it to you, yeah.
tradition.
Well, that's how all these things kind of happen, and that's why Valentine's Day kind of got so bastardized. Because when the Roman Catholic Church came in, they were kind of like, well, we don't like this whole sacrificing animals bullshit. We do, however, like this whole fertility thing. That's a really good theme to keep going with. So they took this particular day and tried to find a saint to put on it. In the God, now I can't tell you the exact years. But it was about the 14th to 15th century, round about there. There were roughly 20 saints, all whose names were Valentinus or Valentine. And the three most prominent ones, one was hung for releasing lovers who had been imprisoned for one reason or another. One was stoned to death for...
Yeah.
What was... He was
You
stoned to death for something.
It was literally your pause after the word hung.
You lingered on the word hung too long, and Ivik lost his shit.
I'm
Yep,
sorry.
always.
My bad. But the third one, he's the one that we most pretty much think is Valentine's for a reason. He was stoned to death because he was secretly marrying couples behind the emperor, boss man, whoever was in charge at that time, who said, I'm not sure who was the big boss during that time.
No, but what was he marrying?
He was marrying just people, but this emperor didn't want guys getting married because he said single men were better warriors than married men because married men's minds were on family.
Fight harder.
Yeah, but we don't argue with an emperor's way of thinking. I mean, God, what's his name? And Claudius tried to have a horse as his bloody first mate. Emperors are stupid.
People are dumb.
Glitchy says Palpatine.
No, it wasn't Emperor Palpatine. He would have electrocuted him.
No, he wouldn't. He would just force choke him to death.
No, that's Darth Vader's thing. Palpatine's got electric hands. You know,
Yeah, but Palpatine has Darth Vader as his lackey, so yeah. Pretty much hung by Palpatine. I mean, yeah,
Hung like Palpatine.
hung like Palpatine. Yeah.
Okay,
That's exactly where that was going.
So Valentine's Day from about the 15th century all the way up until the 1800s was literally just a celebration round about this time of the year in the Western Orthodox Church. In Eastern Orthodox Church, it's on the 6th of July is Valentine's Day if you're an Eastern Orthodox Church goer. So it's not even like just this time of the year. So anyway,
it's in July if you're a heathen.
Yeah, if you're a heathen, then it's in July.
Yeah, but you say heathen, but I mean, like, again, I'm actually going to bring in the pagans eventually, and I'm wondering if Raven actually knows a little bit about that. But go on.
Okay, so in the 1800s, this is where we start bastardizing this entire festival. So up until that point, Valentine's Day wasn't just about fertility. It was also about friends, family, being thankful for all the relationships in your life, your dogs, your cats, your grandmother, your everybody you wanted. You could, on this particular day, go outside, proclaim love for anybody, and not be judged or persecuted. Do it on the 15th or the 13th, you're fucked.
Persecuted.
Really?
Persecuted. Yeah, if on the, there were actually stories in the 1600s of people who, if they'd been seen kissing outside a home on any other day of the year, they would have been, drawn and quartered or whatever, because you're not supposed to display public affection and blah, blah, blah. 14th, go have sex in a park, nobody cares.
Drawn and quartered.
Well, I don't know what they did during the 16th century. I can't remember all my torture.
No, look, I mean, I could probably see a drawn and quartered actually happen.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you would have been drawn and quartered. You might have just had your hands chopped off.
Isn't that just isn't drawn and quartering just like a
no, scratch.
Maritime.
Drawn and quartered. When you're thinking about maritime, you think about being keelhauled. That is literally where they take your body, attach a rope to one side of the boat and a rope to the end of the boat,
and
you were drawn across the bottom of the boat.
Where all the
barnacles.
Barnacles, yes.
Yeah.
You're literally the cleaner. Oh my god.
Drawing and quartering was the tying people, tying a horse to each of your legs and making them walk in different directions.
Oh, is
I
that
said anything about walking?
Well, a horse at that point would have bolted forwards, and the average horse takes off with a speed of 40-something kilometers. Like, that's if he gets going. And that's in 4 different directions. You wouldn't have arms no more.
Or legs.
Okay, so, or legs. Well, if you're lucky, your body would just split in 2. How did we get into torture?
Because people kissing outside on Valentine's Day would be
Good
murdered.
point.
Murdered.
Mhm.
Yes, all of them murder.
Murdered
So-
in spectacular fashion.
All right, so we'll come down to the 1800s now. So in 1806, there was a soldier somewhere, I don't know, he was in the Navy here in England, and he was out at sea. He posted a letter to his girlfriend, his wife, or whatever she was at the time, saying, I miss you, happy Valentine's Day, because it had become a bit of people were supposed to celebrate love. He sent the very first Valentine's card in 1806. By 1840, an American company had started mass producing these for soldiers, and they were just originally big white cards that could open, but on the front was a scene with flowers, and it's called spider webbing. If you pulled like on the middle of a flower and pulled it out, underneath would be a picture of 2 lovebirds, because of course birds, this is the time of the year in the Western Hemisphere, birds are now starting to feel a bit springy, they're starting to feel a bit amorous, and all of a sudden they're singing again, whereas for the last couple of months they've been freezing their arlies off.
Northern Hemisphere?
What was
I
the
heard
word?
I don't know, I heard so. I said arlies because for some reason I can quite happily say the word fuck, but don't ask me to say arse.
Yeah, well, there you go.
So anyway, so it was in by the 1900s, this had become this massive thing, sending cards backwards and forwards to people. Then roses were not the original flowers for Valentine's Day. It was actually the white how do you spell this? Carniola was the original Valentine's flower. And that's because they were the most common flower up here on the Western Hemisphere. Roses came in when suddenly white carniolas weren't available one year, and somebody was like, I'll just send a rose because it's pretty. And suddenly everybody wanted fucking roses. And then chocolates were because of the aphrodisiac.
That is a blatant lie.
Cocoa is actually a very good aphrodisiac.
Yeah, cocoa is chocolate.
It's a
It
flake-
makes you feel fat and lazy.
Yeah.
That's only if you eat the whole packet at once.
Well, what's the point
Look,
then?
I mean,
Why do they sell it in big packs?
If that's the case, that one day that I went to go eat oysters with my lecturer.
Ooh.
Well, come again.
He did.
Moving along swiftly.
Anyway, so I can tell you one very interesting fact about the Americans and Valentine's Day.
Good.
On average, 4 billion roses are sent to other people in America, and the average American spends $130 on today alone. And yes, that's Valentine's Day. It's history. It's everything. Questions?
$130. That's a lot.
$130. That's including dinner. People in America buy a lot of jewelry on Valentine's Day. It's not just roses and cards and chocolate.
Scratch. If you can remember the Valentine's Day things that the students used to get up to in Stellamash. There was that one guy outside of your res, literally lighting up the entire freaking outer yard area outside of the batch.
Yeah.
And he was going to have his little Valentine's get together with his girlfriend on that lawn. And there were other people who were doing that on the Roy plane. I still actually remember that Strident played, I think it was in 2010, on the Roy plane at an anti-Valentine's Day party. It was awesome. And somehow that same evening I found myself in Belleville.
Nice.
Yeah, after downing a quart.
After just a quart.
Yeah, no, we had a lift.
Apparently.
Yeah, I also took the train back the next day.
To answer Flugenwolf's question, it's averaged out over all Americans over the age of 21. So there are people that don't spend anything, and there are people who spend. The record on Valentine's Day in America was $1.2 million on a necklace for a girlfriend.
Oh.
Just a girlfriend.
Just a girlfriend, not even
How
a
long were they
wife.
together?
Well, it was Britney Spears.
Of course.
That was the
Fuck.
girlfriend,
So
and
not long.
considering her shortest relationship ever from marriage to divorce was 4.5 hours. Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody talks about Vegas anymore.
She's a fickle bitch.
Nobody talks about Vegas. No. What happens in Vegas didn't stay in Vegas for too long.
Yeah, well, if you have paparazzi following your every bloody move, I'm pretty sure nothing stays in Vegas for long.
Did you hear about what happened to
What?
Bill Murray? Was it yesterday or the day before?
If you
Please
tell
don't
me
tell
that
died.
he's dead,
No, he had two fans accost him on top of a roof, and he took one of their cell phones and threw it over the off the roof
Wow. Don't
because
Good man.
he couldn't handle it anymore. He was just kind of like, "Fuck this! I'm tired of you people." Grabbed her cell phone, tossed it, and walked off.
Nobody's
Wow.
gonna believe you.
Yeah, I love Bill Murray. Absolutely love him. He's my hero.
You might just have to
And
turn it down a notch.
Today's supposed to be the end of the world according to Ghostbusters 2.
Oh yeah.
according to right? Well,
In
if
Ghostbusters 2, there's that scene.
there was a Ghostbusters 3, so it's definitely not the end of the world yet.
We don't trust Ghostbusters 3. Okay, but Ghostbusters 2, she was on that World of Psychics show, and we believe everything that Dr. Venkman puts on his show.
So we do actually have a question from
Yes.
Darwin Park.
Florida man.
Yes. He says, why is Valentine so fun when you're single?
Because it's an
Why is it so fun?
It's an excuse to get drunk.
Yeah, and because the very next day chocolate is half price.
Oh, that's true. But then again, it's half price for everyone, singles and like.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, I managed to buy what would have cost me about £10 worth of food for £5 because everything is half price already in the shops.
Huh.
It's brilliant. I love it.
Lucky you.
And apparently Darwin Buck is also thinking that we're Google, if Google was a guy. Like how to smoke pot legally.
If Google was a guy, Google couldn't be a guy. It multitasks too well.
Oh, thank you.
Bullshit!
Have you
Actually,
seen me
you're
cook,
right.
woman?
It
Have you seen
freezes
me
up.
cook?
No, I haven't. And when I come back to South Africa, you better damn well cook me something.
I'll cook you
That's actually the funny thing is that like if you watch me cooking is I cook and wash dishes and have conversation at the same time.
I can cook and wash dishes, but don't ask me to have a conversation because I'm too busy having a conversation with myself.
That's normal.
Well, I guess Mr. Flugenwolf actually did it properly. He said, "Go to Washington, Colorado, or Oregon, or Oregon, Oregano.
Oregano.
Anybody goes onto the Oregon Trail, you're dead."
When do we get it here? Like, when do we get pot legally here?
No, when that one person actually votes yay instead of nay.
Yay.
And there was much rejoicing.
Such much.
Excuse me.
And the monster ate all the minstrels, and there was much rejoicing. Yay.
You didn't hear anything.
We heard you singing slightly.
No, I have no idea where my brain went there for a moment.
So, Raven,
Yes, sir.
you mind if we talk about our proposal from yesterday?
Shit, sorry, hold on. Sorry, my brain literally just stopped.
Loading.
Yeah, exactly. Hold on, my little blue circle thing is still going around. Yes, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
You can go for it.
Okay. Wait, so you mean my proposal as it... Wait, which proposal are we talking about?
All of your proposals.
I have so many proposals. My
Okay,
knees
give
are
us-
sore.
What?
From proposing so
Jesus.
much.
From proposing so much. My knees are sore. Keep
Ah.
up,
So
Deb.
do you, like, do you swap them out? Left and
Yeah, I
right?
do. I do, depending on the person and how much I like them.
Okay.
Yes,
So if
glitch
it's the left knee down, it's, will you marry me? And if it's right down, if it's the right knee down, it's fucking marry me.
That's exactly it. So Tom Hiddleston was definitely right knee down. He was straight then and there. It was like, just marry me now on the spot. But for my YouTube proposal, it was very much my left knee was kind of inching towards the floor, but it wasn't really, it was a little, it was questioned.
It is hesitant.
It was
Is
very
there a
hesitant.
point that both of your knees are on the ground? Don't answer that.
Tom Hiddleston. That is classic.
All right.
So, okay,
So-
back onto YouTube proposal, which is what you're actually talking about. So, to the world of everybody listening to the podcast, I have this idea, but I'm going to need everybody's help to make it happen.
Which is?
Everybody knows that I like drawing, right? You all, the majority of you, know that I like drawing. And I want to get into storyboarding and animatics. There's the word I'm looking for. And what I've done is I've created a short storyboard for a dream that I had. This is where everybody else comes in. I have so many dreams. I have a limited quantity of dreams that I can feasibly work with. Therefore, I want everybody, no Kane, I'm not robbing a bank. I want everybody else to, well, I don't want, but I would like it if you guys could give me ideas, and I will storyboard and animatic them, and slowly but surely, once every 2 or so weeks, put them up on YouTube. That's my idea.
Might not be a bad idea. So you want material to animatic-size for?
Yeah, that's basically it. So, I've got a few ideas, and the particular one that I've made is sort of like a TV series that I could possibly run with a little bit about superheroes, but stupid heroes. So if somebody has a dream that they sit there, when they wake up, they're like, fuck, I wish that was a television show. Send me the idea. I would honestly love to have that idea. I could use that idea and I could try. Apparently I'm Martin Luther King. I have a dream.
Yeah. I was obviously going in the complete opposite direction and just went straight to ABBA.
Yep.
You went ever.
Yeah. Because you know what? I have a dream, a song to sing.
Nope.
Yeah, see, I'm not enough of an ABBA fan to get your reference.
There
there.
it is. Go for it.
A song to sing. And I don't know the rest.
I don't know any ABBA. Literally, I don't even know Dancing Queen.
Mamma mia. Here I go again. My.
Stop. It goes on YouTube,
Yes,
goes on YouTube.
Victor is right. Alfred Hitchcock would be afraid of the dreams that I have.
Yes, because Raven, you're obviously also in cahoots with Cthulhu, so. Yeah.
That and also Edgar Allan Poe, because I quaff a lot.
You cough a lot?
I quaff a lot.
You are now Sir Cough a lot.
The thing is that she doesn't cough often enough, so she just quaffs.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
There, you cough.
Yeah, that was a quaff, yeah. Sort of between a cough and an actual, quaffing.
Statement.
Yeah. I actually heard quaff, so I was wondering, what are you quaffing right now? Is it like a beverage? Well, obviously you quaffed quite a bit of Coke.
I just downed some more Coke. I have ribs, I have pizza, and I have a millionaire's cheesecake that is waiting patiently.
Jeez, woman.
I am going to be away from this house for the next 6 weeks with my new job. I am not going to be able to eat terribly much because I'm living with other people. I'm splurging and binging.
In that case, I completely understand.
I'm really excited for this new job, though. I'm very excited.
What you gonna do?
I'm a
Then it's
fundraiser
not
for
for you.
WWF.
Oh yeah. Not the
Yeah.
wrestling people, the wildlife people, right?
Yes, the wildlife people.
Cool.
The wrestling people are cool, but the wildlife ones are important.
Yes.
Do you guys really mind? I'm going to do this quickly. I just want to read the comments for 15 seconds.
Go.
We have Quack. A Valentine's horror. I'm not a furry. I'm the anti-fur. You are the furry. Wah ha ha. Wah ha ha. Eat the other people. Easy. The fuck?
And then bad boys, what you gonna do?
That was brilliant.
What have we wrought on this world?
I have no
don't know.
idea. With that big fat butt? What? What? Butt? But what? What
But. I like
Anyway.
big butts and I cannot lie.
You otherwise can deny.
When a girl walks in with an itty bitty waist and
that
around, but
YouTube.
in your face you get.
YouTube.
Sprung. That's all I'm gonna do. Oi.
Oh, man, we have fun.
I think we do. Any case, so no requests for anybody out there, you know, who's actually in.
Yeah.
Let's ask this question quickly. I want to quickly find out from the group who's all listening right now, who is at present madly in love with somebody that they don't know how to approach.
Me.
If you say Tom Hiddleston, woman,
From the
I-
audience,
I
not
was
from
gonna
us.
say-
commentators.
I was gonna say Johnny Depp, but fine, Tom Hiddleston too.
Johnny Depp, really?
Dude,
Why
Right.
have
Johnny?
you seen that man?
Why Johnny Depp?
Have you seen him?
I have seen him. He's in movies.
I
Apparently.
could have him or Robert Downey Jr. or Tom Hiddleston or Tom Hiddleston
Tom Hiddleston, number 2.
or Vladimir Putin.
What?
Why the fuck Vladimir Putin?
Have you seen that man on a horse?
I've seen him run a country into the ground.
I don't care about the country.
Yeah,
He has
because
horses.
apparently- Well, I mean,
He
one
doesn't
would
care
have
about
to
the
think-
country either.
One would have to think that in Russia, horses ride you.
Something Crimea River.
Scratch,
That was-
well done. Play on words. I'm happy with it. It's good.
It's like minimum effort. Congratulations.
Wow.
Wait, he has a request? What's the request?
Darwin. Darwin has a request. He loves.
He loves chocolate, pineapples, lettuce.
Strawberry. I'm gonna say.
Spell Wait, if his name is Darwin, he loves evolution.
Yes.
Toads.
He loves dodos. Way too much,
And,
and
the
that's why there's none
Galapagos
left.
turtle. Yes.
It wasn't a turtle, it was a tortoise.
So he likes the KFC man. So we'll try to ensure that goes through. Our Colonel Sanders.
Ah, he's right though. Except Colonel Sanders has a really small body.
And a massive head.
Yeah. And once it's seen, you can't unsee it.
Uh-huh.
I've mentioned the whole see and can't unsee the fact that Tom Cruise's teeth aren't
Yes.
like aligned with his face.
And, yeah. Speaking of
yeah.
Tom Cruise, like I'm still completely and always will probably be impressed by the fact that he learned how to sing. You wouldn't expect them to be able to sing.
Yeah. I don't want to be funny, but how many Hollywood people suddenly come out that they can sing? And they literally do it for a movie, and then they never sing again.
Yeah, given, but I mean, Tom Cruise was the most surprising to actually have taken on a movie like that in the first place. I mean, we all knew that Mr. Greaseman sang.
What movie are we talking about?
I think Tim Curry is my most surprising.
You're surprised Tim Curry can sing.
Because Tim Curry that I'd seen up until I got to see Rocky Horror, because I only got to see Rocky Horror quite late in my life, and
Okay.
I
That explains it.
didn't put him in I didn't even
Rock of
recognize
Ages.
him in Annie, because he's in Annie, the original Annie movie. Yeah, yes, and I didn't put two and two together. So all
never
I'd
watched
ever known of
Fern
him. No.
Fern Gully, man. Okay, by the way, you guys want the most depressing movie on earth? Fern Gully.
Fern Gully. I don't know. I got told that I need to go watch Killing Fields or something like that.
Oh, The Killing Field.
Yeah, apparently that's a really good movie.
Huh. Kink, I don't think that Rocky Horror needs a 2016 remake.
Nope.
I don't think
I
so.
disagree with you on that.
Just
Heaven.
yeah.
Angry.
Just go watch it in a theater. Like go to a theater.
Or even
there.
just go and watch the musical that's on stage, except it's not on stage where he is now.
That's what I mean. The musical.
Okay.
Like the theater. It's
Kane
actually a theater
actually,
thing.
Kane does have a shout out for us. Would you guys please send a shout out to people that think I'm beautiful? My mom and James Blunt.
You're beautiful.
You know,
You're beautiful.
James Blunt comes with the caveat that you have to actually listen to his music.
James Blunt is actually amazing on Twitter, though.
James Blunt is amazing just in general.
Dude, so is Sonic the Hedgehog for some stupid reason. Doesn't make it
We
worth
Where
it.
did Sonic come from?
As being
We
amazing
don't-
on Twitter. Have you seen him? Have you seen like the Sonic Twitter feed?
Let me guess. Gotta go fast.
No, it's like, it's kind of brutal. Like everyone gives the Sonic Twitter like crap because like new games have not been good, obviously. But then he just gives crap right the fuck back. It's kind of funny.
But then again, I mean, how could you give crap like back if you made Sonic boom?
Because whoever's in charge of the Twitter account is not in charge of actually making the games.
And I mean, for that matter, I mean, like there's Sonic boom. There's that one freaking Where Sonic that I actually bought.
Oh, what's it? Fuck, I don't know.
I have it somewhere.
Unleashed
I have
or
it.
something.
Yeah, Sonic Unleashed. Yeah.
Under your table in the room.
Yeah, exactly. That's where it deserves to be, or stuck in a closet somewhere nearby. Because
It's holding up
it's
a table
just-
leg.
exactly, it is the worst. It is the most janky game I've ever seen in my entire life. Literally, like he slingshots himself into every single wall that you can ever find.
Because 3D Sonic does not work.
No.
It's like gotta go fast, just gotta go fast that way. And then in the end, you're actually doing this like, okay, cool. I'll just get all the rings between the times that I bump into walls.
Flugan, I think it might be this Sonic _ Hedgehog or like Sonic the Hedgehog. There should just be an official Sega Sonic account somewhere
Yeah.
that you could use.
So I'm assuming that.
I want to contend your Sonic being the best on Twitter. Prior to his deciding he wanted to become the stupid president of the United States, Donald Trump was actually the best person to have on Twitter because he continuously commented on where he was staying, including one gem such as, "I've walked into this hotel. It's not mine. Why am I here?"
Wow.
That is the kind of stuff Donald Trump posted. Every 25 minutes, he had a new tweet. Almost as bad as William Shatner.
Oh, he sounds like an asshole everywhere.
William Shatner is possibly the most amazing guy to follow.
Oh, I
Because
love
it's William
him.
Shatner.
I love him. He's hilarious, especially if he's watching a show. Then, if he watches a television show, every minute he makes a tweet about the TV show he's
So
watching.
he
I
live
don't
tweets
have to
TV
watch
shows.
television. He live tweets TV. I don't have to watch television anymore. I just sit and watch my Twitter feed. I know everything in The Walking Dead. I've never seen The Walking Dead, but I know all of it. Brilliant.
Glitch is actually right. Obviously, William Shatner recently, well, not recently, but fairly recently, released his own album. It's sort of like this very talky, kind of bluesy thing. There's one song that is actually particularly haunting where he's talking to his son, or something along the lines of that.
Is it in that like stereotypical William Shatner overacting kind of thing, or is it like legitimately music?
You can call it music as much as you can call anything that Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds has done music.
Okay.
That's good.
And Leonard Cohen as well. Very sort of talky music.
Yeah. But I quite enjoyed the bits and pieces that I got to hear.
Actually, that's correct. Flugel has it right. Has been. It's that one.
Yeah.
Is it the album or the song?
I think that's the I can't remember. I don't have it. I just know that a friend of mine had been talking about it. Like, oh, speaking of things that are really, really good to hear about, Firefly is releasing an 8-episode series based on everything that happened after Serenity.
Oh, cool.
Best news ever.
I'd never watched Firefly.
Scratch.
Don't gasp. You know I don't watch anything.
I actually didn't gasp. That was the peanut gallery.
Like, I seriously, like, so few things that I watch on TV.
You should
like
watch
me.
Firefly. You might actually... Wait, hold on. Scratch.
Yes.
Favorite drama series?
Breaking Bad.
That's a drama?
Favorite, like, comedy, no, not that one.
How specific do you need me to be? What do you want me to say?
I'm going to be, so like, just give me a second. Comedy, police, drama, detective drama. It's sort of comedy drama, policing with detectives.
My current one for that is Moonbeam City.
Okay.
Like, I don't know, like, what are you getting at?
Yeah. No, you should totally watch Firefly.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Sort of set in a semi-frontier western
Space
manner.
opera thing, yeah.
Yeah. It's not really, there's no singing. There's really good music, and it's directed by Josh Whedon, I mean, seriously.
Yeah, well, space opera doesn't necessarily mean singing. Like, it's
Your
just
face
like,
is opera.
whatever.
Okay.
Has Been
I'm
is the
trying
album,
to-
also song on the album. Oh, okay. Has Been is the album, apparently.
Now, Darwin is asking what is a furry, and I'm pretty sure that he's just trolling a little bit here, seeing as his character is a deer, buck.
He also has a
my name is
tendency to
Buck,
tell us
and
that he says a tendency to tell us he's the anti-fur, so,
Yeah.
just,
So I mean, if you know what a fur is, then the anti-fur is the opposite of what a fur is. Therefore, your answer is
That.
fur.
The opposite.
The opposite of what you are right now, or something.
Why is
Huh.
it so hard for me to find out who are the nominees for the BAFTAs, which are tonight?
When are they bringing back Black Books?
Did anybody?
You're in Britain, ask people, why aren't they bringing back Black Books?
Can
Okay,
anybody
I'll
tell
ask.
whether freaking the Oscars happened yet? Because I've been trying to figure out when the damn Oscars are.
Oscars 2016 is on February the 28th at 5:30 p.m.
Thank you.
Hosted by
So
Chris
that
Rock.
So that oh god, then I will avoid it. Chris Rock is good.
Nominations for Best Picture are Bridge of Spies, Mad Max Fury
Surprise!
Road,
Yeah.
The Revenant, Spotlight, which I desperately want to see, The Martian, The Big Short, that's me, Room, and Brooklyn. I haven't seen half of these films. I didn't even know half these films freaking existed.
Mad Max
Yeah.
is
Well,
amazing.
Mad Max, yes. Mad Max, I think.
Look, I don't think that Mad Max should even be in. Maybe as best like B movie action movie.
Dude, what do you mean B?
B.
The movie was A
Disagree
as
with
hell.
you on that one.
Okay,
Yeah.
Scratch. I'm gonna wait. Are you gonna Raven?
I disagree with you on that one because I really think, considering how they've managed to play it, not just as a homage to what Mad Max originally was, it really, as visually and as storylined as it possibly could be. Yes, fine, Mad Max wasn't the main focus, Charlize Theron was. We will all give it. Furiosa was the lead character in that one,
Totally.
but it was still a freaking good movie. And I think it
So
does
what,
deserve
with
to
Mad
be.
Maxine.
It was an automotive ballet of destruction. It was amazing.
It
It
was
was
stunning.
spectacular in the literal sense of the word.
Huh.
I really enjoyed it, like thoroughly.
And considering I'm still kind of upset that like Crimson Peak isn't anywhere nominated at all, I'm gonna go with Mad Max as my second choice for the year.
Fair enough.
Yeah. We'll just go with that. Thank you
We
very
really
much.
haven't actually spoken about Valentine's Day as much as we should have, and
But
it's also
it's-
because nobody's giving any requests for that. People have
'cause-
requested love for KFC. I think we've gotten love for James Blunt
And Tom Hiddleston.
and Tom Hiddleston.
And Tom Hiddleston. And
Which you
I
will eventually be nicknamed to Tom Hickyston, because that's exactly what you would do to him.
Give him a hickey.
Give him hickeys all over the place.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure that if you looked hard enough, you'd find a hickey on the inside part of his thigh.
Okay.
I can't stop laughing. Stop that. Okay, yes, I like him a lot, but I also have Cthulhu in my life, Loki when he's not Tom Hiddleston in my life,
How would you pertain to? Wait, hold on. How would you pertain to hug Cthulhu, especially if he sticks to you? He'll just give you hickeys everywhere without even having to stick to you.
You can't hug a concept.
You can.
Hey, it's not a concept.
He
He is
is.
almost as real as the flying spaghetti monster, okay?
Which has
Exactly,
become its own religion.
You can embrace it, but you can't hug it.
You see, there we go. I will embrace Cthulhu a lot.
Okay.
Much as I embrace my Lord and Savior, the flying spaghetti monster. Considering Pastafarianism is now a recognized religion in, I think it's Denmark?
Yeah, may you be touched by his noodly appendage.
Yes.
I can only imagine that somewhere down the line, people are going to start looking at that religion as it gains traction throughout the entire world, and suddenly, actually, somebody decides, "Hey, I have a great idea. I'm going to write a book about this," and anybody who's like a 2000s kid will begin to understand that this actually was a religion.
Oh,
And when that happens, I have no more faith in humanity.
I think people, at least for now, still see it for what it is, which was,
A joke.
a show taking the piss. So yeah.
I will eventually watch this.
I foresee it to be a lot like the Kings from Fallout. Nobody really understood how Elvis Presley, was, and they made him into an entire religion. So I think Pastafarianism is going to become a lot like that. No, the original meaning will have lost all meaning, and therefore he will become an actual deity.
Oh, you mean in like 400 years?
Well, actually,
I don't know. Knowing nowadays, I give it another 40 months.
Okay.
yeah. What's
No faith
actually
in
interesting
humanity.
about that kind of thing is that, and for some reason, for the past couple of weeks, I have constantly been going back to Terry Pratchett on this. Because Terry Pratchett was the person who spoke about the fact that if you give a god validity and followers who truly believe in them, they will exist.
Mm-hmm.
Any case, so back to Valentine's Day, and I've just found an article here off of Elite Daily. What your zodiac sign says about your Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
What does Aquarius say? What does Aquarius say?
So Aquarius says, although Aquarius are known to do their own thing, their love for humanity motivates them to participate in Valentine's Day. As creative, opinionated people, Aquarius are taking charge of planning their own version of Valentine's Day. If they are hitched, they are playing it low-key because they don't like to show too much emotion, at least publicly. If they are riding solo, they are hanging out with pals since they are such a friendly and social people.
It's me in a nutshell. I'm hanging with Loki too.
Okay. Yeah. Scratch?
What?
Euro?
Oh, you should know this by now. Also, you should know what I feel about this stuff right now, but fine, Gemini.
Oh,
You're a Gemini?
Yes, I'm Gemini.
Oh, sweet.
Geminis are living in a world of duality, which
course.
makes them easily adaptable to any situation,
Of
but
course.
also slightly indecisive. They will spend Valentine's Day doing their normal routine with spontaneous surprises thrown in. Devious Geminis always have something cunning up their sleeve. Thank you for the sniff. Due to their superficial natures, expect single Geminis to be courting only the most attractive people at the bar, while coupled Geminis will be raking in the luxurious gifts. Beware their contradictions. Beware their contradictions. Even if Geminis say they don't want to celebrate Valentine's Day, they most certainly do. Oh, it's so you!
I was about to say, that sounds pretty darn accurate.
Except gifts. What are gifts? Okay, we also have requests for Scorpio, Cancer, and Aquarius.
Okay,
We just did Aquarius.
Fishy is Aquarius, right?
Pisces.
Okay, Pisces. Pisces
Okay.
then.
Well, we'll go to Scorpio and Sagittarius because I got one from in-house as well. Scorpios are fiercely independent people and therefore won't mind celebrating Valentine's Day alone, especially because they prefer to celebrate themselves.
Wow.
Selfish.
Conceited much. Wow. They like to seek vengeance on their enemies so they could spend this alone time plotting against their adversaries. What the fuck?
Jesus.
It is not all bad, though, as Scorpios are also passionate and devoted lovers who will always be sure to say what they feel, including, I fucking hate you.
In so many words.
No, it's actually, I love you. But, oh, Sagittarius. I'm sorry. This is going to be horrifying. Sagittarius is a positive, optimistic individuals with big hearts and even bigger imaginations, and even bigger other things.
Come on.
Single Sages won't be caught sitting home sulking on Valentine's Day. They'll go see 50 Shades, get lost in the film, and feel inspired by an unlikely pairing. Wow.
No.
Now, the thing is that this thing says Sages, which is S-A-G-S, but I'm just going to say it as it is. Coupled Sags will do something adventurous with their partners, either rock climbing, skiing, I don't want to say the last one.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Come on. Booty licking. There it is.
there it is. As they enjoy trying new things and exploring, they value honesty and can be blunt about it, so they'll be upfront with you if you don't like your half-assed and half-eaten box of chocolates.
That's quite funny. I quite like that. That's my mother in a nutshell.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Okay. So the next one, what are you?
I'm a Aries.
Aries?
We also have a request for Taurus
And Pisces and
Pisces. Yes, that's it so far.
To go through all 12 of these.
Yes.
You might as well read the whole zodiac.
Why-
Yeah.
Who started this?
Fine. The first sign of the zodiac, Aries. Aries are natural-born leaders. They don't need a Hallmark holiday to celebrate love. The strong-willed and enthusiastic Aries are having an anti-Valentine's Day.
Easy there, Winston Churchill.
Think horror films, greasy food, and lots of garlic. That doesn't mean they aren't getting it on, though. Especially with that smelly breath of theirs, everybody loves a good fetishist. Aries makes things happen and like to put themselves first.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's just make it be known that Ivik does insert his own little thingies
Yes,
here and there.
especially about the smelly breath.
Yes. All right. So Taurus.
Taurus. Tauri delight in rewards and material goods, so they will definitely be expecting presents and chocolates on Valentine's Day, even if they have to treat themselves.
Like cheese. And-
Yes, cheese and Vosges, guys. That's exactly what I ate today. I you know what I treated myself to actually? A box of crackers.
Sweet.
Although
Salty.
Yes, very salty.
Anyway.
Not sweet though. Although symbolized by the bull, Taurus have a sensitive, peaceful side, and will therefore celebrate the holiday in a romantic, intimate way with themselves. That's been added.
Yep.
Taurus can
Did
be
that this morning.
Taurus can be stage 5 clingers. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you're treating them to an over-the-top date the way they like it, hint, hint, be certain you want to send that message across. What haven't we done yet?
Let's see.
Pisces?
Pisces.
Do Pisces?
And Pisces.
Cancer.
Pisces, Cancer, and
Pisces,
Virgo,
Cancer. And Capricorn.
and Leo.
And Libra.
The rest.
We've only
Anyway.
got like half of it.
So let's just go.
Yeah.
Cancers like to feel protected and comforted. What? Cancers like to feel protected and comforted and will, therefore, be spending Valentine's Day with someone whom they have deep affections for, like a spouse or their families. Is that like the spouse's families or anyway? Because they're so sensitive, single cancers will probably use this time to self-pity and wallow in their aloneness.
Wow.
Wow.
Such a loan.
Cancers are dependable. They won't forget to send V-Day messages to everyone they sincerely care about.
Dependable
So
and
if you
codependent, apparently.
So codependent. I'm not fucking romantic. Lol. Okay, what's next? Which one was next?
Someone.
Leo, we still need to do
My dad's a Leo.
Leo, Virgo, Pisces, and Libra, I think, are them.
And Capricorn.
And Capricorn.
Okay. Cool.
Ugh.
So for a Leo, it doesn't matter if Leos are single or paired off. Valentine's Day will be all them. They view this holiday as an excuse to have other people outwardly appreciate them, so they will be expecting attention and presence on top of what you've already shown them. Confident and vain, Leos wouldn't be caught dead without a date on V-Day, even if it means going out with their friends and pretending like they don't care. They are energetic and lively and love any excuse to party, meaning their Valentine's Day will be a big ball of fun.
So lions or dragons.
Maybe. But
Did you do Pisces for King?
did I?
Not
Did you
yet.
do Pisces?
Pisces was the
Okay.
double one.
Pisces,
Well, we did.
Pisces and
No,
fishes, no.
Gemini
You
was
did.
a double.
Yes. Oh my gosh, how do you... No, never mind. I'm not even going to ask questions.
Pisces, represented by the fish symbol. Pisces do not like to swim alone and will therefore absolutely be indulging in Valentine's Day in the company of their school.
He's lying.
I am lying. Even if it means answering to a late night booty call, that's called selfish. They are wanderers who like to get lost on adventures, so they would be spending their Valentine's Day doing something out of the ordinary. Skydiving, volunteering, or pegging.
Wow.
You really are enjoying just throwing in these little extra bits.
That was
not
not extra.
What?
It wasn't.
That's just scary. Maybe
Sometimes
they mean like tent pegging.
I
as
highly
in
doubt that.
the sport.
I highly doubt that.
Well, I mean, if he likes skydiving, maybe he likes to peg himself to a wall.
Or the ground.
Sometimes subordinate individuals, Pisces will treat their partners to whatever their heart desires on this lover's holiday. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo. Virgos are a discriminating bunch, but once you get past that layer of shrewdness, they've got layers, so they're like onions.
Yes, no cakes.
Cakes.
So they're ogres.
Ogres, yeah, they're ogres. You'll find that they have warm hearts. Virgos don't really care much all about Valentine's Day, for they tend to think in more practical and logical terms. Virgos would, however, be doing things like math and arithmetic and algebra and more math and possibly a little bit of coding.
Stop
on this
putting
day.
your own fucking spin on it.
I'm always going to do that. Why spend merely one day loving Virgos when you should be loving them for 365? Skip the bullshit gift giving on a Virgo. They can see past your superficial attempts to win their hearts.
This was true, though. Well, in the scripty thingy, so.
This sounds exactly like my one ex, and she was a Virgo to like the T. It sounds exactly like her. Right
It's because
then and
it's
there.
so general. Come on.
That is the beauty in astrology.
Why is there no Capricorn?
Because Capricorn's stupid.
Capricorn.
There's also Libra.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Capricorns are hardworking and determined people who use their pragmatism to eventually get what they want. Meaning, even if they don't have a date for Valentine's Day. What the hell? Okay, cool. So the two people who wanted to go watch 50 Shades of Grey, they can literally go do that. Because they will swipe right in... If they don't have a date for Valentine's Day, they will swipe right, obviously on Tinder, I guess, until somebody agrees to see 50 Shades of them. Due to their conservative natures, some Capricorns can be pessimistic. Don't be surprised if they've already resigned to the fact that they'll be spending V-Day alone, and have sent themselves advanced flowers as backup.
Wow.
Wow.
That's sad.
Libra, was it?
Yeah, Libra's your last one, I think.
The scale.
Okay. God. Are we gonna do balance again? Libras are incredibly social, but also incredibly indecisive, meaning they'll be spending Valentine's Day making last-minute plans. Why do I sound like a Libra? With a person they finally chose off a dating website like Tinder. Yes, no, I obviously go to Tinder all the fucking time.
Don't cry.
Luckily, I'm not a Libra. As romantic and charming individuals, Libras look forward to indulging in Valentine's Day festivities. They love to flirt. They also love to share. I was about to say stare for some reason.
Maybe
Don't be
they do.
surprised to find Libras working the room more than they are working you.
Wow.
At the end of the day,
Sounds
though,
about
they're
right, though.
yeah. At the end of the day, they're gentle people who seek fairness and balance. So they'll always still come back to you.
Isaac, when's your birthday?
You're not gonna find out.
He's a Taurus.
I thought so. I couldn't remember. My brain stopped. If you guys will excuse me, I'm now going to go hunt down the BAFTAs because I want to either steal Redmayne or DiCaprio.
Hmm.
They're
Where?
in my city, and I'm going to steal them. I don't know, somewhere in my city.
Okay.
I can't even remember where the
Somewhere.
BAFTAs are right now.
Oh, it's cool.
My city's kind of big, though.
Exactly.
Apparently, the Earl's Court.
Excellent!
Wow.
Excellent.
That's actually really easy to get to, I think. Hold on.
Just take like 4 trains and
No, I think it's only one
train?
train. I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to check on my map. You guys keep talking. Earl's Court.
Are you
Yeah, it's
seriously
just
gonna-
one train.
are you seriously gonna stalk the BAFTAs now?
No, I don't have the energy, and I've got to be out early tomorrow morning. So no, I mean I'm weird and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that.
Tonight.
Okay.
Tonight.
So,
Maybe tomorrow.
Scratch, you say that you made pad thai for your Valentine's Day today.
Yeah.
Raven, you've got pizza and Coke and apparently
Ribs.
ribs and an entire.
Millionaire's
Or
cheese.
something.
Cheesecake.
Is it like an entire millionaire's cheesecake or is it like a slice?
No, it's an entire one, and literally because I bought it frozen, and it's still in its little silver tray thingy. And hold on, it tastes really good.
Confirmed.
Wow.
Oh wow, that really does taste nice.
I'm not.
That's
a
your
fan
first
of
taste
cheesecake.
of it?
Guys, I don't want to be funny, but I never want to put this down.
She's having a tongasm.
Oh my
Yeah, well,
god.
apparently Raven has found her date for the evening.
Yeah.
Um,
I am
Happy
jealous.
Valentine's to me.
Well,
shout out to Cheesecake.
yeah. Well,
Um,
well, someone's getting inside Raven tonight.
Aren't you a lucky cheesecake?
oh God.
Also, you're so lucky. He's a millionaire.
I know, right?
God,
Is he your
I-
sugar
Finally, I
daddy?
found a boyfriend. Yes, he is my sugar daddy. Finally, I found a boyfriend that gives me everything I want. He fills me with chocolate, and he's a millionaire. He's everything I wanted in my life.
You're allowed to make that joke, so don't give me that look.
I'm not giving you any look. I'm not looking at anything. I'm literally just doing the thinker right now.
All of the looks.
It is literally the thinker position with the hand up on his forehead and him looking extremely concernedly at nothing or the back part of his eyelids.
The thinker had his hand on his chin, by the way.
Is it?
That was like
True.
hand under the chin thing.
Well, I'm doing the depressed thinker then.
That's
Apparently,
my
Red Rash will never look at cheesecake the same way again.
Yeah. Dude, what you're doing is like caffeine headache on a Monday thinking. From what it
I've
sounds
never
like.
had that.
Caffeine headache?
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee.
Excuse me?
I don't drink enough
Did
coffee.
someone
for
just say caffeine headaches don't exist?
Well, not in
No.
my.
Actually, they do exist.
They
by the
fucking
way.
do. I had massive caffeine headaches like the week after I finished my thesis because I was like downing Monster like crazy to get shit done at like 2, 3 in the morning.
Okay,
I promise
actually, you
you.
know what? I do actually have something that we can do for the last 15 minutes of the podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Scratch.
No.
Worst date ever.
Worst date ever. Like, dude, I've been on like possibly 2.
You've been on
So
four.
Oh,
of the
okay.
two, which
Okay,
was the
hold on.
worst?
Hold on. Okay, yeah, I do remember. I took like a girl who was like I've seen years like we know her family from the old like small town that I used to live in. She used to go to like primary school with me, and the family's reconnected recently, and I got to meet up with her again, and we went for like I asked her to uh, the res dance with me. Uh, yeah, that was kind of fun. Like it was this nice, interesting theme, and there was like food involved, and everyone did dancing and whatnot. And then afterwards, I um had to take her home. Like I think it was about like what 25 or so kilometers away from uh
Mhm.
where the dance was, and we ended up going to a bar by the beach and spending like almost the entire night there. And then one of her friends pitched up like one of her guy friends pitched up, and it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, and I was like bushed from dancing and everything throughout the day, but they were still going like chatting away like crazy and drinking and everything, and basically I wound up sleeping in my car in a parking lot on the beach while they were out gallivanting and having fun in the sand.
Hmm.
Aww.
I woke up at 7 in the morning in my car by the beach in a
That,
Wow.
that
With a
is
bubble us.
heartbreaking.
with a bubble us, yes, of course.
Hmm.
So
For
that
those of you who
happened.
don't know, bubble us is a very bad hangover.
Yeah.
It's a cracker.
I've never actually been drunken under the table by a woman.
I remember that girl.
She
Interesting.
can like really pack away liquor like crazy.
Now, oddly enough, I actually also do have a very, very bad like dating thing, and oddly enough, I don't think anybody actually knows about this one.
We're gonna hear it now.
Yeah, you're going to hear it now. So I was, in fact, on a dating website for a long period of time. I'm still kind of on that dating website. Don't look for me. Um,
Aww.
but the thing is that now I eventually, this girl messaged me. This was a long time ago. I think it was like 21, 22. She messages me and she's like, "Look, I mean, I like you. Do you want to meet up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?" And so we met up in the local mall in Belleville
Hmm.
and had, what was it? Ice cream.
Hmm.
So we sat down, we chatted, we were having ice cream. And eventually she starts talking to me about marriage.
Oh God.
And like and the entire idea of like sex and marriage and everything like that and blah, 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 and purity and all of these things. And I just kind of look at her and I'm like, look, I don't actually, you know, believe in that. And then the rest of the date was about an hour and a half of us arguing about God. To when I was actually picked up and I was like, yeah, no, I had a great time. And we never spoke again.
Lol.
I had a lovely evening fighting with you.
Well, it wasn't a fight. It was more of a debate. It was an open debate. But the thing is that I could clearly see that she was not interested. I've actually had a worse date than that, but it's okay. Let's carry on. Raven.
What?
Your worst date.
Okay, my worst date ever was my first date. It was, I was, because of the way my family worked after my parents' divorce, my mom was always teaching, so I would walk from school to the church, the house that was on our church's property, because it was literally a block away from my house, and my house was a block away from the school. So the pastor's family that was there was, the dad was called Casper, as in the ghost. The mom was called Xena, as in the warrior princess. Their oldest son was Zane, Xena's name with the letters mixed around. The youngest child was Casner, who was Casper with a Z, an N. And then the middle child, who was the only nice one, was Hugh Graham. I mean, out of all the names they could possibly have used, they used Hugh and Graham. And this was their little family. And Zane was my boyfriend, friend, not by choice, because the mother thought that Zane needed to calm down. He needed some grounding in his life. And the crazy redhead who had
Are you
attacked
sure he didn't need
people.
some grinding in his life? No.
There were priests. We didn't do that stuff. Anyway, he was terrible. Horrible. He he was a really nice guy in his defense, but he was also quite violent and stupid. So Xena literally said, "You should go and date my son and help calm him down." Our first date, he came to my house, picked me up.
Punch through the door.
If only. That would have made it so much more fun. He was also, by the way, okay, now I currently stand 1.58 meters, but at that point I was about 1.40 meters in height. At the age of 15, he was 1 year older than me. He stood 1.70 meters.
Oof. That's
Okay.
cold.
Wow. 30 centimeters difference.
He was massively tall. He was a lot taller than me. He was also about as skinny as a rake. One of those, tall and lanky. So we go to Eastgate, which was the local
Mall.
closest mall to us, that had a film, English.
Bioscope.
It's all this chocolate. It had a biopic. And we decided to watch, I think the movie we watched was a horror, because we both quite liked horrors. Anyway, we were dropped off by our parents. We were dropped off. We know that they left us and drove away. We go into the movies, we sit down, we choose a spot roundabout in the middle of the theatre, because even though I've got brilliant eyes and can sit at the back of the theatre, he needed to sit somewhere closer to the screen because he was apparently blind. And there was this girl that was sitting like a couple of seats away from us. Anyway, we started watching the movie. It was very, very fun. Every now and then he would kind of like lean over at me and suddenly popcorn would be thrown at us. And we just thought it was other kids being retarded. Eventually he moved 2 seats down from me next to this other girl. And I was like, what the hell is he doing? But I didn't want to move because of the movie. Anyway, eventually popcorn had been thrown at my head so much that I turned around and it was my mother and his mother were sitting behind us and had watched the entire movie. And the reason they'd suddenly stopped, throwing popcorn at me for a while when he moved was because they obviously realized that it wasn't worth bugging me anymore. Why they started throwing popcorn again was because he was kissing the girl 2 seats down from me.
Why were they aiming it at you? Wow.
To catch my attention. And then my mother was frantically pointing at it. Me being me, my reaction was, I need more popcorn. So I went up and sat next to my mother and asked her for popcorn. Because, I'm no longer on a date.
Yeah.
And basically from the end of that, the millionaire's pie is not in my mouth. Anyway, up until 2 years afterwards, we were still technically dating, even though the entire time we were dating, he was also dating this other girl.
Wow.
Which he just randomly met in the same movie theater. Or was it somebody that he knew?
The really frustrating part about her is that her family were quite big in our church. My mom was very big in the church. She was the choir mistress and the organist. This other girl's family was in charge of the evening time singing, so it was more modern, fun, stupid crap. And this particular girl was convinced that she was going to be the next Britney Spears. And if anybody knows me well enough, they know I don't take too kindly to other people that can sing. I'm just like that. I'm sorry. I cannot help it. I don't do competition well. I hated her, and I'm still not happy with Zane because he ruined my one and only proper date.
What a hussy. And what an
Yeah.
asshole on Zane's side.
What?
What an asshole on Zane's side.
Yeah. I should
I
have
think I know
dated
this
his
one.
brother. His brother was so much better.
Why? Are you sure crazy doesn't run in the family?
I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. Hugh Graham once broke his arm, and we spent 45 minutes trying to break through the cast to see if he could feel it underneath. Zane stabbed a kid in the cheek. I mean, okay, I've done some pretty stupid things too. But also, I think one of them pushed me off a roof, but I can't remember because I blacked out.
Wow.
Huh.
Yeah. I love those guys.
I can only imagine. It's the kind of love that only brothers can give.
It was the kind of, I had friends that were, and we hid it from our parents for so long until my mother found the cut in my skull. But we had that kind of brotherly relationship that girls just don't have.
And frankly, at least I didn't go with Zayn from, what's that band? Boy band? One Direction.
Who gives a crap about those people?
One Direction.
Any case, Doja's worst date.
Yeah.
Oh. My worst date was in matric. So we had this thing at our school. It was a like a 24-hour socky, right? Or a 24-hour dance. Yeah. So it was Thursday through Friday, and then obviously ending Friday evening. Good excuse to not have school for 2 days. But anyway, so my girlfriend at the time, she lived in Petersburg. I lived in Zanin. Petersburg is about 120 km from Zanin. So obviously I just had my car. I drove through to Petersburg to pick her up for this dance. I brought her back. And then when we wanted to go in, they said that only kids from the school are allowed on this dance.
Oh.
So,
Wow.
yeah. So obviously our plans for the whole dance was ruined completely. And I mean, all my friends was there, and obviously she was good friends with them as well. So I had a choice: either take her back to Petersburg, come back here, and do the dance, or drop all my friends and go hang out with my girlfriend at home. So obviously I chose the second. And well, I mean, she lives far away. It was 7 at night, and I was not willing to drive through the mountains again. Twice. Anyway, so we went back home and we watched movies and shit, and then went to sleep. And then the next morning early, I took her back to Petersburg, and we came home, went to the Sochi for the Friday, because it was still the whole day through Friday, and they said, no, I can't go in because it started yesterday and I can't come in
What a bunch of assholes.
today. And then sat there lazing for the Friday. I know, right? Oh, by the way, this was the breakup on Valentine's Day the next year. So, fun.
Valentine's Day's always been the worst day of my life up until my parents got divorced. So about 14 years old, because my parents got married on Valentine's Day. So not only was it Valentine's Day for them, it was also anniversary day. My birthday is on the 15th. My parents were always so busy doing anniversary and Valentine's plans that they always forgot to buy me a present until halfway through the 15th of February, when they suddenly remembered, fake.
Yeah, we have a child. Shit.
Damn it, I knew there was something I forgot.
Wow.
So, and then they got divorced on the 14th of February was the official divorce date. So for a while, my mother hated Valentine's Day so badly that she again forgot my birthday, because she just basically shut down for a week around this date. It wasn't until I was about 14 that both my parents calmed down and were just kind of oh, it's your birthday. Yeah. Presents. Now, I got lots of presents. Oh, it was worth it. It was worth it.
Well, yeah, I mean, oddly enough, Flugel sort of brings us back to our very, very original point about birthdays being 9 months after Valentine's Day, which is actually something that we mentioned. That's actually pretty interesting. So it's the 14th of November?
Ish, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
We guessed the birthday.
Woo!
On the 26th.
26th of November. Yeah. You What do you call them? Laatlammertjie?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Like just
Late lamb.
late addition to the family.
Yeah.
Aww.
Not really, but I mean, like, well, not in the context that I was using it. It's like were you like overdue?
Oh, yeah, past due.
Yeah.
I can't remember what I was like birth
Yeah.
wise.
I'm April now, so 9 months back. Yeah, I'm not even going to talk about the like whole affair things and whatnot.
Yeah,
When you think,
if you read Flugel's like story, it's like, oh, that's such a beautiful story, beautiful. Then comes the plot twist, and you're just kind of like, oh fuck.
Oh god.
Whew. Okay,
Well.
okay. I want to read this that Kane has said, so you can all hear my beautiful Afrikaans.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Dis 'n oorstoot 3 'n beseringstyd.
Oh, where's the okay.
I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it's pretty close. That's
Okay. My Afrikaans has gotten better now that I'm not in South Africa.
How the fuck
Well
do you
done.
do that?
I speak a lot of Afrikaans to myself to make myself feel at home.
No.
Yeah, it's quite fun actually. And then when I'm really, really frustrated, I walk around speaking in Afrikaans, and somebody will be like, "What did you just say? Fuck off. Just fuck off."
Hij is toch mooi voor mij, né?
Gaan huis toe.
Oh.
Gele.
I wish I could be in a country where I can swear in Afrikaans just for the lulz.
Go to Denmark.
Right?
Yeah.
I said go to Denmark.
Afrikaans is pretty close to Dutch. Like
Exactly, that's the
we can
reason.
understand Dutch, and if we speak if the one speaks slowly, the other can understand the other.
Yes.
Yeah.
Denmark isn't Netherlands.
Yeah, well, I didn't. Flugel.
Still have Dutch language. in
Flugen
there.
asked how close is Afrikaans to Dutch.
Apparently, Kane says we must footsec.
And with that on that bombshell, it is actually time for us to footsack.
Yes, actually, but yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff that I need to speak about before we do end this podcast.
Okay.
Firstly, next week our podcast is going to be taking place on a Thursday at 8 p.m. And our guest for next week is Witchy Bunny. She is a senior staffer at Anthrocon. She's been there for, I think, 10 years now.
Oh, cool.
Her boyfriend, I think also possibly fiance, I'm not sure, is on the board there as well. And we're actually going to be talking about some interesting topics over there. We're going to be talking about the idea of, we'll call it femininity, but more sex and not that kind of sex, but, male-female sex. What am I... fuck, Scratch, help me out here.
Gender.
Gender is the word
Gender
I've been
identity
looking
and
for
gender
the entire
issues.
time.
God,
But
you
not
suck
gender
at this.
identity. Not gender identity, just gender.
Gender and how people view gender.
Gender and race, and race within the fandom.
Ah, okay.
Alright. So that'll be next week, Thursday.
Tell your friends.
So those of you who are listening, please just, update your little calendars and things like that.
Yeah, spread
We
the
might
word,
do
tell your
a
friends.
small half-an-hour breakdown on Sunday as to what we learned. I'll think about that. I'll put a pin in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind having a Sunday off. Like, no offense, this is fun and everything, but goddamn, I have stuff to do.
Yeah. I'll leave it till Sunday.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, but yeah. So we're, I think we'll take Sunday off, and then Thursday we have the podcast, and then we're still working on that other guest.
No word so far. Like I said,
Just.
I basically have to stalk him now. Like,
Mm.
but yeah, we'll see. We'll keep you guys posted.
And there is actually some interesting news. I'm wondering if we're going to be allowed to say this or not.
On whose account?
On James' account. Yeah, no, we'll leave it.
Yeah, I'll leave it now.
there's some interesting news that you will probably find out next week Thursday, as soon as I've confirmed whether we can say this or not.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, big news, very good news, and will definitely get us better, or not necessarily better or better quality, but we'll be able to get us more regular guests throughout, our podcasting.
Kane, yeah, you can audition for my role, but you better frickin' bring it. You know what I bring to this team. Yeah, Kane
Wow.
And a
says like,
boyfriend.
if Kane
And
says,
food.
put a Kane on, he will stand in for Scratch. Just like, yeah, sure. Audition for my role if you're up for it, Scrub Lord.
Yep.
You know, in England, our saying for what you just said would be soft lad, which basically means a guy with a soft skull.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Wow.
That's like my new favorite insult.
But anyway, guys, also obviously,
Soft lad.
Furry, we'd like to thank Furry.fm for, allowing us to once again, broadcast via their medium. First stream as well. Both of them have Patreon accounts. If you haven't, started or if you haven't contributed to them yet, go to their Patreon accounts, give them a little bit of money. They're the reasons why we're still up and running.
And yeah,
And disappearing.
yeah. My business storm.
Scratch, please back me up if it's user friendly or not.
Massive
Once again, since the vast majority of the team is here, I would also like to thank.
You're roboting like crazy, Ivik. Just, yeah.
Is it? Am I back now? Better?
Yeah, sort of.
Okay.
Try again.
Okay, since we're here,
Uh-huh.
I would like to thank the entire team, for doing all your work. Raven, all the artwork that we have, or at least some of the, what do you call it, Scratch? What did I call it before?
The banner.
The banner. She does the banner work on that. Doge for being Doge. Scratch for handling the OBS system and everything like that.
That's me, tech
Yeah.
support.
Yeah, tech support. You are tech support.
Huzzah.
Are you like the IT crowd?
I can be.
Do you suffer as badly as the IT crowd?
I don't really work in IT specifically, but I do suffer. I suffer
I'm
from
so
my craft.
sorry.
I suffer from my art.
I suffer from heartburn.
Yeah, you and me too.
All right, and we'd also just like to thank the guys who were listening. Kink, Ravens, what the hell? Glitchy,
No, you can
Kane.
thank me. Go for it.
Yeah, no, I'm already thanking you. I just did Raven song.
No, Kane,
Do it again.
I have OBS as in Open Broadcasting Software. I do not have OBS as in Old Brown Sherry, as in that shit that gives me heartburn and nightmares simultaneously.
Mm-hmm.
I want some OBS.
No, dude, OBS is poison. I used to drink that when
My
I was
ribs
underage.
my ribs have bourbon on them. It's delicious. I think that's why my English is suffering.
That might explain it. And I'm pretty sure that your Coke has brandy in it.
Sop and sherry aunt, dude. No, I can make you some nice soup, but there's definitely not going to be any sherry involved. I'm sorry.
Any case, Glitchy, Kane, Victor, Krishmi, Flugel, Red Rash, Darwin Buck, Bravura, I'm pretty sure you're listening somewhere.
Thank
Somewhere from the
you.
rafters.
Somewhere
Over
from
the rainbow?
Oh my god. On that bombshell,
Yeah.
cheers guys, we'll see you guys on Thursday. Once again, Thursday, 8 o'clock. The blurb should be out by Monday.
Yeah, like Thursday, now Thursday.
Yeah, this Thursday, the 18th of February.
It is indeed February. Well done. Congratulations.
Thank you. I know. I'm just that good. Cheers, guys.
Nom, nom.
Cheers, bye.
Bye.
Cheers, everybody.
Nom 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 nom. Hum.